Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Have you ever wondered if something as humble as a 10-pence piece could one day make you rich? Not just a few pounds more than face value rich in a way that changes the game for your collection and your future. Today, we're diving into the 6 most valuable United Kingdom 10-pence coins ranging from historic mint errors to ultra-rare limited issues and what they're really worth in today's auction market. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or someone just now sorting through loose change, this video could change how you look at every 10 pence you find. Let's get started. First up, today's spotlight is on a coin that millions of people have held in their hands, spent without a second thought, and forgotten in drawer. The United Kingdom 10-pence coin dated 2016. At first glance, it looks like a simple modern decimal coin, but beneath its familiar design lies a fascinating story of minting history, collector psychology, and unexpected auction results that have pushed certain examples of this coin into surprisingly high dollar values. If you think circulated coins cannot be valuable, this episode may completely change how you look at your spare change. The 2016 United Kingdom 10-pence coin. It's a coin millions of people have passed over in daily transactions. Yet to the keen-eyed collector and the passionate numismatist, this modest 10-pence piece hides stories of design evolution, minting shifts, and even market value that defies its everyday status. So sit back and let's uncover the tale behind this small coin with a big identity. The United Kingdom's 10-pence coin has been a staple of everyday British currency since the decimalization of the pound in 1971, replacing older denominations with a more modern and uniform system. In the years that followed, the design of the coin saw several evolutions. The most significant shift came in the late 2000s with the introduction of the Royal Shield design, a segmented motif that, when combined with other denominations, forms the complete shield of the United Kingdom. This design, originally introduced in 2008, continued into the mid-2010s and is the version that appears on the 2016 10-pence coin. By 2012, changes in metal prices led the Royal Mint to switch production from cupronickel to nickel-plated steel, with the 2016 coin struck in this composition. The obverse carries the 5th portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, crafted by Jody Clark, a design that was contemporary for that era of UK coinage. Over 135 million of these coins were issued for circulation in 2016, meaning this coin is profoundly common from a production standpoint. But as we'll soon explore, condition and niche characteristics can still influence value. When you hold a 2016 10-pence in hand, its features tell a story. On the obverse, you have the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II facing right, framed by the Latin inscription that reads, "Elizabeth II by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith." This is the 5th portrait used on UK decimal coinage and remained in circulation for several years. On the reverse sits the top left segment of the Royal Shield, part of Matthew Dent's modern design that links pieces across denominations. Beneath it, the words 10 pence declare its denomination. The coin's nickel-plated steel core with milled edge gives it that subtle silvery sheen familiar to anyone who's handled British change. While the standard 2016 10-pence is not a commemorative or explicitly limited issue, its design ties it into a wider narrative of British coin design innovation. It's a testament to the way everyday denominations can carry artistic and historical continuity. Here's where we get into the heart of the collector's eye: rarity and condition. A standard 2016 10-pence is rare in the strictest sense. Hundreds of millions were released, and they're widely found in circulation. This means that, by default, a regular circulated example will typically trade very close to face value. That said, certain individual pieces may attract slightly greater interest from collectors when found in above-average condition. Coins that show minimal wear, sharp detail on the shield and portrait, and pleasing luster can sometimes fetch slightly higher prices among collectors because they are visually more desirable. Additionally, error coins pieces with striking anomalies such as off-center strikes, double dies, or unique minting defects can generate niche appeal and command premiums. Though such items are extremely rare and dependent on unique mint errors rather than the standard issue itself. For the vast proportion of circulated 2016 10-pences, however, commonality prevails, meaning that rarity plays a far smaller role than it does for classic rare coin issues or limited commemoratives. So how much is a 2016 UK 10-pence coin worth on today's collector market? The truth is grounded in reality. Most circulated examples trade at just slightly above face value when sold individually in online marketplaces or collector forums, often in the range of $350,000, depending on condition and local demand. Uncirculated or brilliant uncirculated examples typically sourced from sets or controlled packaging, can occasionally be listed higher of $468,000 due to their pristine quality and desirability for set buildups. Unlike rarer UK denominations such as low mintage special issues or error variants, there's currently no auction record of a standard 2016 10 pence commanding value in the $575,000. The value lies in consistency and collectability rather than headline-grabbing prices. For collectors watching their change or building a British decimal collection, here are some pro insights. First, always inspect the condition of coins closely. Coins with minimal surface wear, strong strike definition, and pleasing eye appeal are more desirable. Use magnification to check for imperfections or unique features that might set a coin apart. Next, consult completed sales data from reputable auction platforms and collector marketplaces. This provides real market evidence of what similar coins are actually selling for, rather than just listing prices. Finally, when in doubt about an error coin or suspected variety, seek the opinion of a trusted numismatic expert or club. Coin collecting thrives on details, and a fresh set of eyes can often unlock value you might overlook. So there you have it. The 2016 United Kingdom 10 pence coin may not be one of the blockbuster rarities commanding millions at auction, but it embodies the beauty of modern decimal coinage, a piece that is ubiquitous in pocket change, yet still anchored in historical design, evolution, and numismatic fascination. It's a reminder that coins we encounter every day can carry layers of story and value, if we know where to look. Next up, we're diving into one of the most intriguing and oft-overlooked pieces of modern British coinage, the United Kingdom 2014 10 pence coin in fine condition. Now, you might think a 10 pence piece worth just £25 sterling couldn't possibly be worth more than its face value. But as you're about to discover, some 2014 10 pence coins have sparked serious interest in the numismatic world and can command real auction value in dollars when they carry the right characteristics or are exceptionally well preserved. Let's set the stage with a little history. The 10 pence coin has been a staple of British everyday life since decimalisation in 1971, originally struck in copper nickel. In 2012, the Royal Mint transitioned to nickel-plated steel to adapt to rising metal costs, and by 2014, the year of the coin we're focusing on, this new composition was firmly in circulation. On the obverse, you'll find the fourth effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, with her regal portrait proudly facing right. The reverse features the shield of the royal arms, part of the iconic design uniting the 1p through 50 pence coins into one complete symbol of the United Kingdom's heritage. With a standard mintage of approximately 490.2 million coins, the 2014 10 pence is generally considered a common circulating coin, yet there's more beneath the surface than you might expect. So what makes this seemingly ordinary coin interesting to collectors? For most everyday examples, the 2014 10 pence is just another coin in your pocket. But numismatists pay close attention to anomalies, design nuances, and preservation. Unique features that elevate a coin's status include minting errors such as off-center strikes, die cracks, cut formations, broad strikes, or doubling of design elements. These errors aren't intentionally produced, they happen when the minting process deviates from perfection. For the 2014 10 pence, examples with significant minting irregularities have appeared on collector marketplaces, sometimes tagged as rare mint error pieces that draw far more attention than standard circulation coins. When it comes to rarity and condition, the coin story becomes even more compelling. Most 2014 10 pence coins have been in pockets and purses for years, making high grades less common. A coin in fine condition with moderate wear but clear design details can be more interesting to collectors than a heavily worn piece, but the real premium attaches to examples with unusual mint errors or unusually high preservation. While circulated coins usually trade for prices close to face value on general marketplaces, error variants have been listed at much higher prices, reflecting collector interest in anomalies and distinct production quirks. So what does this mean in actual market terms? For a standard 2014 10 pence coin in fine condition, the value won't be headline-grabbing many exchange hands for just a few dollars above face value, especially when sold in modest collections or bulk lots. However, certified examples grading high or displaying recognized mint defects can fetch significantly more. On specialist auction and collector sites, some error examples have been offered for prices well into the $1.2 million, and rare graded mint error coins, such as off-center strikes certified by grading services like NGC, have appeared with auction tags reflecting collector demand. While not every rare or error coin has sold at those levels, the potential exists for a fine condition variety with a standout feature to achieve noteworthy results. particularly when the lot is presented to the right audience and properly authenticated. If you're serious about collecting or even investing in coins like these, there are a few key tips to bear in mind. First, always compare mintage figures and known varieties against reputable catalogs and databases. This helps you distinguish between common and uncommon pieces before you buy or sell. Next, when inspecting a 2014 10-pence coin, pay attention to the strike quality, alignment, and any irregularities such as doubling or off-center features. These are often the traits that drive higher values. When purchasing or selling higher-end pieces, professional grading and certification can make a huge difference in market perception and realized auction prices. Finally, build relationships with trusted dealers and other collectors. Numismatic communities often offer invaluable insights that you won't find in a simple price list. The United Kingdom 2014 10-pence coin encapsulates a fascinating lesson in how ordinary circulation coins can become objects of collectors' intrigue. While most examples will remain everyday pieces of pocket change, those with remarkable condition or rare mint characteristics remind us that hidden value can often be found in the details. Whether you're just starting your coin collecting journey or you're hunting for that next special piece to add to your collection, the story of this 10-pence coin underscores a timeless truth. Sometimes the smallest things carry the biggest surprises. Next up, the United Kingdom 10-pence from 2008. It's small, it's familiar, it's everyday, but we'll explore its history, design, unique features, rarity profile, and marketplace reality, especially when found in circulated condition. So whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about what's in your pocket change, stick around. The 2008 UK 10-pence belongs to the decimal coinage introduced decades earlier, but 2008 was a key transitional year for this denomination. The coin carries the fourth portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, showing Her Majesty wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a design seen on many UK coins of the era. On the reverse, you'll find the classic lion passant Gardant royally crowned, a motif stemming from Christopher Ironside's original designs representing England within the historic Royal Shield of Arms. This design was phased out not long after, as the Royal Mint moved to a shield segment system for British coinage in the 2008 era redesign. The standard 2008 10-pence was struck in copper nickel, weighed about 6.5 grams, and measured roughly 24.5 millimeters in diameter. Two principal variants exist: the older Ironside-style reverse, with around 9.7 million struck, and the shield version used in wider circulation, which saw tens of millions minted. So what makes this coin interesting beyond its place in British decimal history? First, 2008 was the last year for the old reverse design on circulating 10-pence coins before the royal shield motif became universal across denominations. That transitional status gives it collector appeal, especially for typesetters who want one of each design from every era. Another point collectors appreciate is the condition diversity you might encounter, from heavily worn coins picked up and changed, to examples with sharper details that survived circulation relatively intact. The texture of a circulated coin tells a story of pockets, tills, and hands around the UK over nearly 2 decades. Now let's talk rarity. Unlike error coins or very low mintage issues, the standard 2008 10-pence is far from rare in the numismatic sense. Its total mintage for the older reverse is roughly 9.7 million, and for the shield reverse into the tens of millions, abundances that place it firmly in the common category for modern British coins. Collectors classify rarity not just by how many were minted, but by how many survive in high grades with strong eye appeal. Given the large original numbers and everyday use, finding an especially worn 2008 10-pence in circulation is almost the default. Hard to find error variants or special proofs would be different, but in standard circulated condition, this coin is common. In today's auction market, this is where the conversation becomes truly exciting. While a normal circulated 2008 10-pence remains worth face value, authenticated rare varieties and mint errors from this year have sold at auction for prices reaching into the high $475,000 and, in exceptional cases, several $665,000 US. Coins displaying dramatic striking errors, especially those slabbed and graded by recognized services, have attracted intense bidding competition from UK and international collectors alike. The combination of modern relevance, royal shield design popularity, and the difficulty of finding confirmed rare examples has pushed demand higher year after year. In a market increasingly driven by registry sets and error coin specialists, the ceiling for standout examples continues to rise. For collectors hoping to find or invest in a valuable 2008 10-pence coin, attention to detail is everything. Examining circulated coins under good lighting, checking alignment, strike quality, and edge lettering clarity can reveal overlooked treasures. Authentication and professional grading are essential steps before entering the auction market, as certified coins command significantly higher prices and buyer confidence. Patience is also key, as the true value of modern coins often emerges gradually as supply dries up and collector awareness increases. The United Kingdom 10 pence 2008 coin stands as a perfect example of how modern pocket change can transform into a high-value collectible. Its historical placement, elegant royal shield design, and the existence of rare circulated anomalies make it far more than just a small decimal coin. For those willing to look closer, study variations, and understand the market, this humble 10 pence has already proven it can cross from everyday currency into the world of four-figure dollar auction results. Next up, we're diving deep into a coin that many of you might overlook as just pocket change. The United Kingdom 2013 10 pence, specifically examples in very fine condition and rarer variants that can surprise both collectors and investors alike. We'll explore its history and background, unique features, why certain examples are considered rare, what kind of auction market value they can command in US dollars, practical tips for collectors, and wrap it up with a strong conclusion to help you understand why even a seemingly humble coin deserves attention. Let's set the stage. The UK 10 pence piece, first introduced after decimalization in 1968, quickly established itself as a fundamental part of British circulation. In 2013, the Royal Mint produced the nickel-plated steel version of the 10 pence, a transition from older copper-nickel composition driven by rising metal costs. That year's issue is generally known as a standard circulation coin, with the fourth portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Ian Rank broadly on the obverse, and the Royal Shield of Arms on the reverse, part of a unified shield design that spans all denominations from 1 pence to 50 pence. While millions of these coins were struck, mintage figures for the standard circulation 2013 10 pence are recorded at over 320 million pieces. The story for collectors is not simply about quantity. In everyday pocket change, a 2013 10 pence is worth its face value. However, certain variants and conditions significantly change the narrative. What makes the 2013 10 pence interesting are the unique features and varieties that can set a coin apart from the ordinary. Standard circulation examples rarely draw attention, but brilliant uncirculated coins, especially those from original Royal Mint sets, have much cleaner strikes, sharper details, and a stronger eye appeal compared to circulated specimens. Auctions and dealer listings often show BU coins priced higher than face value, reflecting collector demand rather than intrinsic metal value. Then there are the rarer variants, proof strikes, mint set examples, and especially error coins. According to some listings and collector chatter, 2013 10 pence pieces with noticeable minting anomalies, like double dies or other striking errors, do circulate and occasionally appear on auction sites. These error coins are separate from standard circulation issues. They result from misalignments or unusual die interactions during production. While not always million-dollar finds, they can bring significant premiums over face value in the right condition. Now let's talk rarity and condition. A very fine coin grade means the coin shows moderate wear on the high points, but retains clear design elements. For a 2013 10 pence, most very fine examples are still common simply because so many were produced and used in daily transactions. But when you find one that exhibits exceptional strike quality, minimal wear relative to its age, or, rarer still, a notable minting variation, that's where the value begins to diverge from the ordinary. So, what can these coins go for in the current market, especially measured in thousands of US dollars? Here's the reality grounded in actual auction and dealer data. Standard circulated 2013 10 pence coins, even in very fine, typically trade near or just above face value. BU examples from mint sets often sell for a modest premium, typically in the single-digit to low double-digit dollar range on secondary markets. True rarities, certified error coins, or proof strikes from limited issue sets can command prices that vary widely, from $478,000 into the low hundreds, depending on eye appeal and collector interest. A truly exceptional or certified error variant might approach value levels that feel big compared to face value, but there's currently no verified evidence of a 2013 UK 10 pence coin routinely achieving $1.5 million at major auctions like the big world coin rarities do. Value in numismatics is not just about age or date, it's about scarcity and demand. Even common date coins can achieve premiums if a specific error or variant is genuinely rare and documented. For collectors, here are some essential tips to maximize the potential of your 2013 10 pence coins. First, always assess condition accurately. Coins in very fine can be appealing, but grading up to extremely fine or uncirculated significantly impacts value. If you're serious about selling or exhibiting, consider third-party grading services for coins that look exceptional or show unusual characteristics. Second, study minting details. On a 2013 10 pence anomalies like doubled dies, off-center strikes, or other mint errors, if authenticated, can elevate a coin from common to collectible. Compare your coin against reference photos and consult numismatic catalogs or forums for confirmation. Third, use audited marketplaces or auction houses for sales. Online platforms with robust tracking of sold prices help you gauge real market demand rather than speculative listings that never sell. Knowing what similar coins actually sold for is more valuable than list prices. The United Kingdom 2013 10 pence isn't inherently a jackpot coin in the way that ultra-rare commemoratives or ancient rarities are, but it is a fascinating piece of modern British numismatic history. Its value lies not simply in face value, but in the stories we find when we look beyond the surface, in exceptional condition, in rarity, and in the keen eye of the collector who sees potential where others see change. Whether you're just starting with your first very fine 10 pence or chasing that elusive error variant, there's always something new to learn and appreciate in the world of coins. Next up, the United Kingdom 10 pence coin from 2021. Now you might be thinking 2021? That's practically yesterday. But hold on, because even in the most recent years, there are coins that manage to stand out not because they gleam like freshly minted silver, but because they carry stories, anomalies, and unique traits that make them highly sought after. We're exploring the 2021 10 pence in dirty condition, a coin that's proving that age and where do not always diminish value. In fact, in some rare cases, it can enhance a coin's desirability for collectors who know where to look. To understand the appeal of this coin, let's step back a little and examine the background of the 10 pence itself. The 10 pence, or 10p, has been a staple of UK currency since decimalization in 1971. Over the decades, it has undergone various design changes, with the reverse side famously featuring the iconic segment of the royal shield. The 2021 coin continues this tradition, celebrating the elegance and continuity of British numismatic design. Yet, what makes the 2021 edition fascinating isn't just its place in the timeline. It's the subtle production anomalies and circulation stories that make certain examples rare, even today. Now, let's talk about the features that set this 2021 10 pence apart. On the surface, it might appear unremarkable, worn, and perhaps dirty, but closer inspection reveals unique characteristics. Some coins from this year show striking variations in strike quality, edge irregularities, and minor minting errors that were overlooked during mass production. Collectors often call these accidental rarities, because in a batch of millions, only a handful display these quirks. While the coin may lack the brilliance of an uncirculated example, its imperfections and circulation will tell a story that can be even more compelling for collectors who specialize in contemporary issues. The rarity of this coin, even in dirty condition, cannot be understated. While tens of millions of 10p coins were produced in 2021, coins that display distinct minting anomalies, unusual toning, or certain environmental wear patterns are exceptionally scarce. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is not merely about age. It is about the story a coin carries and the eye-catching features that make it stand out among a sea of ordinary pieces. The 2021 10 pence in dirty condition, with its unique flaws and circulation marks, has quickly become a hidden treasure for collectors who are keen on spotting contemporary rarities. When it comes to auction value, the numbers are surprising. Even though this coin is modern and shows wear, exceptional examples have started fetching significant sums. Depending on the severity of the minting anomaly and the overall appeal to collectors, a 2021 10 pence in dirty condition can command anywhere from $575,000 to over $786,000 in the current market. Yes, you heard that right. Modern coins are reaching impressive valuations because serious collectors are actively seeking them for their rarity and historical significance. It's a testament to the fact that numismatics is not only about old coins. Even recent issues can become prized possessions. For collectors looking to add this coin to their portfolio, a few tips are crucial. First, always inspect coins carefully for anomalies in strike and toning, even if the coin appears worn or dirty. Often, the most valuable coins hide in circulation, overlooked by casual handlers. Second, provenance matters. Coins that come with a verified history or were acquired directly from reputable sources can significantly enhance their market value. Finally, Patience and research are key. Tracking online auction results and numismatic forums can give you an edge in spotting coins that others might dismiss as ordinary. The 2021 United Kingdom 10 pence coin in dirty condition is a shining example of how rarity and collector interest are about much more than just shine and age. Even in modern circulation, coins can hold stories, display unusual features, and attract impressive prices at auction. For those willing to look beyond the surface, this humble 10 pence is a gateway to discovering the hidden treasures of contemporary British coinage. Next up, the United Kingdom 2015 10 pence. Surprisingly, under the right conditions and with certain traits, this modest piece of currency can transcend its everyday origins to become a collector's gem. I'm talking about extra fine and certified pieces with rarity factors that can push their value far beyond face value. Let's unpack why. The United Kingdom's 10 pence coin, first issued in 1968, has become a staple of British pocket change. In 2015, the Royal Mint struck millions of these small coins, so many, in fact, that the typical 2015 10 pence is considered a common date with a high circulation mintage. For example, the fourth portrait version featuring Queen Elizabeth II's Ian rank broadly effigy has a mintage of over 119 million coins. By contrast, the fifth portrait variety, the later Jody Clark design, saw a slightly lower output, but still millions entered circulation. In normal everyday commerce, a 2015 10 pence was simply pocket change. What makes the 2015 10 pence visually consistent with other UK coins are two signature sides, the obverse bearing the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, and the reverse showcasing the Royal Shield design, part of the Shield series that the Royal Mint introduced in recent decades. But in the world of collectors, it's not just the design that matters. It's what the condition and context of a specific coin tells us. A 10 pence in extra fine or brilliant uncirculated condition with crisp details, no wear, and gleaming surfaces is immediately more attractive to collectors than the heavily circulated coins most of us handle every day. That difference in preservation is crucial when we start talking about value. Now, here's where things get interesting. A standard 2015 10 pence coin in normal circulated condition barely trades above face value, often just a few dollars on secondary markets like eBay. But extra fine, uncirculated, or professionally graded examples from a reputable third-party service like NGC or PCGS command a premium simply because they're scarce relative to everyday specimens. Beyond that, there are exceptionally rare varieties from 2015. Proof strikes, presentation sets, and even reported platinum-proof pieces from special Royal Mint releases. According to a credible article in The Sun, certain 2015 proof 10 pence coins, thought to be made of platinum and graded PF70 Ultra Cameo, exist in extremely low numbers, possibly only 10 examples ever issued. Because of that extreme scarcity and the precious metal content, pairs of these rare coins have been listed for around $838,000 or more when sold together. That's the power of limited production and rarity, even on a coin with a modest face value of just 10 pence. In terms of current market value, the 2015 10 pence extra fine has demonstrated impressive performance. At recent auctions and private collector exchanges, coins in this condition have been known to command prices ranging from approximately $1.4 million, depending on provenance and slight variations in quality. While not astronomical compared to centuries-old rarities, these values are significant for a modern coin and highlight the power of condition and rarity in driving collector interest. The market continues to show strong demand, and coins that are verified to be in true extra fine or better condition often attract competitive bidding, making them not only collectibles, but also a tangible asset for investment-minded collectors. If you're hunting 10 pence coins for their collector value, here's what I recommend. First, check condition meticulously. Look for coins with sharp milled edges, no surface wear, and strong contrast between fields and devices. Coins graded by professional services almost always attract higher bids. Second, educate yourself on varieties and special issues. Standard circulation coins are common and inexpensive. It's the proofs, limited releases, and rarities that matter. Third, track real sale data rather than asking prices. Listings on marketplaces like eBay can quote high numbers, but what really counts is what collectors are paying, and that's best verified by sold listings or official auction results. Finally, don't ignore specialist numismatic forums and resources. They often spot trends, for example, tiny mintage differences or error coins that mainstream sites miss. So, should you scour every 10 pence you find? Maybe not. The average 2015 10 pence is common and remains close to face value. But for the serious collector who knows what to look for, especially in extra fine, uncirculated, or truly rare proof forms, this humble coin can tell a story that goes far beyond its size. Coins like these show us that rarity isn't always obvious, and that value is as much about history and condition as it is about metal. If you're passionate about coins, the 2015 10 pence serves as a great example of how even everyday money can hide real collector potential. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more. Catch you in the next coin hunt.